This is 18 and above. There's like a checkbox that says, I intend to, so before the procedure, you do your evaluation, you write, I intend to utilize dismemberment techniques for this procedure.
Robert Sarkis. What affiliate are you with?
I'm with Southwest and Central Florida.
Okay.
Which is the West Coast of Florida.
Okay.
Our affiliate right now goes up to 16 weeks. The affiliate that we're about to merge with in Orlando goes up to 22.6.
Okay.
So they may be, and they actually do a decent volume, so they might be one.
You guys aren't high volume, or?
We only go up to 16 weeks. We do 5,000 procedures in our affiliate, but we have 5 health centers, so it's over those 5. So it's about 1,000.
In a given week, how many 16-weekers do you think you do?
Not many. Probably like 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not many. Not enough to make it worthwhile. But Orlando, I think next week they're doing like 18 second try procedures. So this is 18 and above. So Orlando, I think next week they're doing like 18 second try procedures. So this is 18 and above. So they're all cervical preps. So that's who you should be talking to.
Do you know when they start to dig? What age do they use digoxin?
I don't think she diges at all. Actually.
They don't use dig at all?
No.
And they go up to 22?
Yeah.
The survivability is the most important thing.
Yeah. No, I don't think she does dig at all. She trained like I did, which is like not dig. Just document and you're fine. So
can you explain to me about the documentation, because people have talked about that before, and that's because it's an issue just to document.
So the reason people do digoxin at all is for one or two reasons. One is to comply with the partial birth abortion ban, so that's why, or they think that digoxin makes the procedure easier.
Right.
Providers who use digoxin use it for one of two reasons. There is a group of people who just use it so that they have no risk of violating the federal abortion ban. So you induce a demise before you do the procedure. Nobody's going to say you did a live, whatever the federal government calls it, partial birth abortion. The federal abortion ban is a law, and laws are up to interpretation. So there are some people who interpret it as its intent. So if I say on day one I do not intend to do this, what ultimately happens doesn't matter.
So some people train to just document that, so to comply with the partial birth abortion ban, you basically have to say, I intend to utilize dismemberment techniques for this procedure, which is what we do always. If you do a procedure with suction, that's how you do it.
Right.
So if you document that, then you can some people just don't do dig because that's how they comply with the ban.
Right. So it's just like an affidavit that they sign, or what does it look like?
It's not an affidavit, it's just clinical documentation. If this was your intent, that's how you did the procedure, and then you're done.
This is just a standard form that the provider signs every time, or what does it look like?
It's in each, so every time you do a procedure, that's how you document. So there's a checkbox that says, I intend to, so before the procedure, you do your evaluation, you write, I intend to utilize dismemberment techniques for this procedure. So there's a checkbox that says, I intend to, so before the procedure, you do your evaluation, you write, I intend to utilize dismemberment techniques for this procedure. So
does it actually say dismemberment in there?
It does, yes, because that's how you comply.
Interesting.
And then when you
the stigma is everywhere, right? But anyway.
Well, that's just how you document. Yeah. So, and then when you document, if you use forceps, you say that you use forceps and extract, or you say that you use suction, in which case you can't suction the entire pregnancy in one time. So that's how you. So you either use suction or you document that if you use suction or you use forceps that you extracted the fetus in multiple parts, and that's how you comply. Or you do dig and stop the cardiac activity before the procedure.
Got it.
So I train to just do the documentation and not do.
Excellent. And how far?
I think that Mary also does it that way.
And how far do you go up to 16 weeks?
Our affiliate goes to 16, but the affiliate we're about to merge with, which is Orlando, goes up to 22.6.
And so if you have that documentation, you can convert to breech beforehand and all of that, and still.
You don't really convert to breech. I mean, you just do the procedure.
So if you do it starting from the breech presentation, there's dilation that happens as the case goes on, and often the last you can evacuate an intact child. So I mean, there are certainly steps that can be taken.
So they can
try
convert to
ensure-
breech, for example, at the start of the.
Exactly. They can,
Excellent.
under ultrasound guidance, they can just change the presentation.
Okay.
Like it's not, and this is the thing. Like so, I trained with somebody who just was like, I'm not doing digoxin, and we're just going to document, and there's never been a problem. We're just going to document, and there's never been a problem. So that's just how we do. So that's just how I learn. So and that's I don't think Mary knows to inject. I'm like 90. Yeah, she doesn't. I don't think she does. So that's just it's just a training thing, and like what you're comfortable. And some people say that DIG makes the procedure easier. So if you haven't trained with it, that's what you're used to. So that's the. It's just like I don't know. I've never done a procedure with DIG, so I don't know. Maybe it's like 20 times easier, but that's just never what I've done.
Yeah.
Here, let me give you these.
Okay.
This is his card, and then is mine.
Okay.
Tech. Do you have one?
You know what? I didn't bring my card, which is not really smart. But I'll introduce you to Mary or ask her to come over here.
That would be excellent.
So
yeah.
what do you guys do? So take
we would send a technician out to your site.
Okay.
They would kind of set up in the path lab. They just need a little
In
space
Florida, right?
yeah,
Like
to
in
receive the specimens, and then they do their dissections, package it up, ship it off to the researcher.
Okay.
It's very simple.
Okay.
It sounds complicated, but it's really very simple.
So
Okay.
in my instance, I was telling you, like, I go in there, I do the consenting, act as a bloater, and then, do my thing and just get out of your hair. Super,
Okay.
Try to be as easy and discreet as possible.
Okay. So you talk with the patients about donating tissue.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. So the other question I have is like, is it legal in Florida? I think
I
it's
would,
probably
I would
fine, but
assume
you
that it's,
want it to-
I'd assume that it's governed under the the standard anatomic gift law, which is standard in every state. So
Federal and,
that's what we operate under. Yeah.
Okay. That's the only other
So, yeah.
Alright, well, I'll tell Mary, and she should bring up. Again, the patient's asked, so
Yeah. Yeah.
yes, you can do that.
Excellent. Do you have any? Oh. Do you have any pulse on kind of what the affiliate would expect in terms of compensation or anything like that?
I'm the medical director, so probably
You
better
are.
to talk to CEOs.
Oh.
But that's what I was going to ask is what happened, like how does that work even?
Oh.
So I probably
Yeah,
need to
we start at like $100 per specimen. You can continue. Doctor.
Yeah, as far as remuneration goes, we propose like $100 a specimen
Okay.
per specimen, and just to return a portion of our funds to the research.
Yeah.
That's what we talk about. That's what we propose,
Okay.
but definitely open to whatever works best.
Okay.
Because just talking here, with some of the directors, it's just it's necessary. Some of the clinics, especially the independent ones, do find that necessary and helpful to be remunerated for it.
Yeah.
So we're definitely open.
Okay.
One of the competitive edges, like I said, we have is to operate dropship. So it can be expensive, but it does save cost, not opening up facilities every single state. You see?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. So that's helpful for me to have some idea, so I can talk to our CEO. And, the reality is right now, that tissue is going to Stericycle, so
Right.
it's not like no good is coming of it really.
Absolutely.
So so let me talk to her and I'll get her to. But either way, I'm about to be the medical director of that affiliate in addition to ours. So on some level,
Well, congratulations.
So, oh yeah.
That's kind of a big thing.
It's great. It's good. It's a lot of extra work.
It's heavy, I
It's all
bet.
good, but it's all good.
Well, cheers to you.
It's good for our thanks. It's good to meet you, and
You
yeah,
as well.
we'll be in touch.
Absolutely. See you soon.
Orlando, I think next week they're doing 18 second try procedures. So this is 18 and above. So there's a checkbox before the procedure. You do your evaluation. You write, I intend to utilize this temperament technique